12 narcissistic mind games. I'm Elizabeth Shaw. Welcome to the channel, which is all about the narcissistic personality disorder, to give you more understanding of what you've been through within your life, how to handle those people that you can't go no contact with, and how to recover from narcissistic abuse. If you do find the information on the channel helpful, please hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you get updated when videos are released. 12 mind games those on the narcissist personality disorder play to keep their games hidden from you and to stay in control over you. Looking for red flags is great if you know people like this exist. Looking for red flags is great unless you don't know what they are. If someone tells you on the first date they'll always let you down, they'll ignore you for days, they'll stop you from seeing friends and family, they'll up and leave, they'll make you cry, they'll cause you pain, they'll walk out on you, they'll cheat on you, you'd know to just walk and leave them be. But no, they come with all the charm, and as you think people think like you believe what they say, and once they have us hooked, their games begin. Their games actually start in the beginning when they treat you better than anyone ever has, that illusion in the idolization stage. So when they treat you worse than anyone ever has, you're always living in the hope of getting that admiration face narcissist back. And they'll be back long enough to give you that reinforcement that it's all your fault and it's never their fault. Abuse is abuse, and there is no excuse. If narcissistic parents raised you, when you meet others, you look at your childhood role models, and although it hurts, make what are within your mind valid excuses for someone else's behaviour. Things like they didn't mean that, they're tired, men like to toughen kids up, women are high maintenance. As there is no wrong in helping kids handle emotions, no wrong in having standards, we don't see the problem is their behaviour behind those standards and toughness. Helping kids be tough and being high maintenance isn't an issue whatsoever. It's their behaviour behind these things that is the issue. Like when they tell you they delete all messages off their phone because it's just easier that way. Some people like to keep messages organised. Some people do delete messages once read. So you don't want to push it as what they say makes sense. It's what they're covering that often makes no sense because of all the games they play to keep you from the truth. A narcissist feels entitled and wants control over your life. They want to train you to do as they say, make all your life choices around them. And it is a battle of wills, one that you don't even know about, between you wanting to please them and being you, and they want all the power, dominance and control over you. And when we don't understand what they do, it's all done so underhand. The narcissist often wins a game that we don't even know we're in. Yet when we know what's happening, when we have the power to take back control of our lives, our thoughts, our feelings, by being ourselves, no longer letting their opinions of us define us, and no longer giving them reactions or attention. Most narcissistic behaviour is done covertly. Most narcissists like to do their manipulative games hidden in secret and under the radar, so you don't even know what's happening. A narcissist wants you to react by provoking you, so you question your own actions, to blame yourself while they play the victim, live in hope by promising a fake future so that you think they will change and you give them yet another chance, to justify all your decisions through them by gaslighting you to get you to question reality and your own sanity. So you go to them for support, believing you're the one going crazy. to play you off against others so that they can divide and conquer and control, to doubt yourself by invalidating you, to sabotage you from achieving your true potential, to have no support system. They isolate you so you feel you have no one other than the narcissist to go to fear them. They punish you with silent treatments, smear campaigns and many more mind games, so they have control over you because you fear the consequences if you don't do as they say, and half the time they don't say what they want you to do, so you can't get it right because you don't know what you're supposed to be doing. To feel like there's no way out by lots of things, but the main one is controlling your finances, and to be full of self-doubt like you're going crazy, and to live by their reality only. So 12 mind games narcissists use to control you. Number 1, baiting, where they will intentionally make you hurt, confused, angry by saying or doing things to upset you, annoy you, taunt you, and they do this deliberately to hook you, trap you, entice you, and getting you to do what they want you to do. They use baiting to provoke reactions from you, to cause reactive abuse. So you question yourself, you doubt yourself, and you blame yourself for things that you didn't even start. The narcissist will finish it with you feeling bad and doing all you can to make it up to them for things that they actually did. How to disarm. It's human nature to want to defend ourselves, to explain our intentions when we think someone has perceived us the wrong way, to explain ourselves if someone presents a false opinion of us, to compromise and find the middle ground. Learning that narcissists don't want to compromise. They want control and they want to win at all costs to those around them helps us to recognise there is no point in defending ourselves to them. No contact or grey rock. Be monotonous, be boring, be dull. What they say about you does not define you. As difficult as that is, stop taking what they say personally. That's why they are saying it. They're saying it so you take it personally. They're saying it so you react. They're saying it so they can blame you, not because it's true, to get a reaction out of you. 2, blame shifting, switching the story onto us. When anyone confronts them or tries to set boundaries, they will change the whole focus onto the other person so that they can escape accountability and not take responsibility for their actions, putting all the attention and blame onto you. If they have your reactions, it makes it all the easier for them to do this, as you can recognise your errors in judgment, you can recognise your mistakes, you can feel remorseful and you can feel guilty. And a narcissist will use those emotions against you. With a narcissist who will exaggerate all your behaviour and downplay all theirs, we are the ones who then question ourselves and start overlooking all their character flaws and focus on improving ourselves to suit them, which is an impossible task. As soon as a narcissist gets what they want more. We place all the blame on ourselves. The narcissist is then at an advantage to further their control, to coercive control you, guilt trip you, and genuinely make you feel bad, so you make it up to them for things they did to you. How to disarm. Radical acceptance. We have to stop fighting reality. Understandably, that's difficult when we don't see it. However, once we see the extent of the reality that's been hidden from us through many manipulative games, we have to start recognising it in its entirety. We have to stop making excuses for them. We have to be responsible for our own actions, provoked or not, and learn how to handle ourselves. At the same time, we have to pass responsibility back to the rightful owner for theirs. Why no contact or distance is a must to clear the fog, to clear the cognitive dissonance from our minds that their gaslighting causes, so we can start to think clearly and put the reality of the dire situation we were once in back together correctly, and not the narcissist's distorted, controlling ways. 3, future faking. When the narcissist gives us that false hope of a future and they'll never deliver. Future faking is when they fake a future with us. They will make fake promises about our future together, sell us our dreams, to get their needs met in the present, to hide how horrible it is in the present by getting us to focus on the future promises that they'll never deliver. They build up our hopes to miss the mark. They will gaslight, which is psychological manipulation in itself, to distort our reality. But not only do they distort our present reality, they use the present to distort our future reality, to hide what they are doing to us in the present. They lie in those idealization stages to sell us an illusion of something that was never meant to be. They might deliver on some of the promises to keep us more confused. So when we question why something that we'd discussed and agreed on hasn't happened yet, they'll come back with, "Don't you remember when I..." So you focus on the little they have done, see they are capable, and forget what they haven't. Or blame yourself for why they haven't. How to disarm? Create your dreams, where yes, you might need help, support and guidance, but the only reason your dreams would not be attainable is if you stopped trying. Anything in life takes practice, patience and consistency. Don't quit on yourself because it got hard. Work through the pain to enjoy massive gains. If you can see someone doing something you'd like to do, it is possible. Keep going. Don't share with those who will knock you down. And those who knock you down, those who tell you you can't, use that as motivation to show them you can. Quit on those who wish to see you fail, but never quit on yourself. Gaslighting. This is an insidious form of psychological abuse where they sow seeds of self-doubt into others. Hence, we lose our reality, our sanity, our memories and our perceptions. They undermine our mental state at every turn. They lie and give false information by projection, blame shift and triangulation, saying that never happened, I told you last week, you're too sensitive, or the classic, you're crazy. They brainwash us into believing their reality, to hide us from the truth, to hide us from reality. These phrases disable your self-trust, your ability to trust in others, your ability to listen to your instincts, and it slowly distorts your reality, events that did or did not happen, and who you indeed are. With prolonged gaslighting abuse, we are often left within a conflict and we can potentially end up gaslighting ourselves, as gaslighting causes that cognitive dissonance within our minds. How to recover? Write things down. Keep notes of everything you need until you can see what the narcissist does to you. Then observe their behaviour. Don't absorb. Recognise the games they play. Don't look to them for any reality checks, answers or closure. Listen to your instincts, online support groups or trusted friends. Closure is something you give to yourself. Closure is something when you realise that they are toxic, they are not for you, you deserve better, and you close that chapter in your life and move on to a much happier life. Mirroring, when they copy who you are and reflect all your likes and all your dislikes, or your hobbies, or your hopes, or your dreams back to you. When they are mirroring us at the beginning, they treat us better than anyone ever has. They understand us like no one ever has. We connect with them. Their mirroring opens up our attachment system, which drives humans to bond with other humans. The attachment system creates part of that emotional bond. It creates part of that trauma bond when they lift you so high to drop you so low, releasing all those chemicals. So we get that emotional bond with them, which is often something a narcissist is lacking. Why? They find it so easy to walk away. They either never had that attachment system growing up, or something happened, some form of trauma happened, and they shut it down. Through mirroring, they also find out things about you to then use it against you to create self-doubts within your mind. They use it during the devaluation stage. They use it to invalidate you. They use it to intimidate you. So if you were cheated on in a previous relationship, they'll happily cheat on you and use "you're too hung up on your past, you're jealous, you're insecure" to gaslight you into not looking at what's genuinely happening in your present and instead focus on your past. They will reinforce it with phrases like "you're insecure." Whatever it is, if you're not worried about being cheated on, and if you just walk the first time, they wouldn't do that. They'd find something else. They find the things that are personal to you. How to disarm: healing your instincts so they can no longer use you against you. Write down a list of things you enjoy doing for you and start looking into ways to ease yourself back out there doing what you enjoy. When you're feeling lost and wondering who you are, as a narcissist will have most often taken everything from you, ask yourself, who am I? What do I enjoy doing? And then start taking baby steps in doing these things again. When someone seems too good to be true, slow it down to a pace you're comfortable with, and then see what you enjoy and ask them what they enjoy doing. What things are they passionate about? What have they done in the past? Find out about their personality and make sure it doesn't mirror yours 100%. You can meet two people that like similar things, but it's when it's 100% the issues can occur. And insecurities, we all have insecurities. It's part of who we are. So just owning our own insecurities so people can no longer use them against us. Projection: pushing their own feelings, thoughts, actions, beliefs, opinions and traits onto someone else. The narcissist will blame others to escape accountability. They will accuse others of what they are actually doing, from "you're a liar," "you're cheating," "you're insecure." Projection is a narcissist defense mechanism not to take responsibility for their actions, to place their toxic, negative, hurtful and sometimes dangerous actions onto someone else, to avoid accountability and not accept responsibility. They are unwilling and often unable to ever see themselves as the problem. Whatever they do wrong, to them, someone else always made them do it, or it's someone else's fault. They will not acknowledge their faults, flaws or wrongdoings. Instead of admitting or apologising or working on their inner selves, they'd prefer to pass it all over onto someone else. They will blame shift everything onto other people. The only time they will apologise is when they believe it will meet a need of their own, and is often done by blaming the other party. If you'd have done this, I wouldn't have done that, or because you didn't let me, I had to. They will change the subject on you to avoid any responsibility for their actions. A narcissist projection is a mix of their manipulative gaslighting and their manipulative blame shifting, as they go all out distracting you from the truth, as they do their best to cover the truth with distorted lies, and as they hide the truth with their toxic, hurtful, negative behaviour. They hide that truth of that from you. At the same time, they get you to doubt and blame yourself and take responsibility for their actions. They get you to defend yourself to them for how you think and feel to their hurtful ways, so they escape accountability, so they remain in control, and so they get away with their actions time and time again, while slowly sinking you and getting you in that trance. How to disarm. Don't project your good, caring, empathetic nature onto them, as they will only ever take you further under. You cannot help them, you can help yourself. Don't listen to their toxic words. Observe, don't absorb. They are admitting their wrongdoings with what they are trying to blame you for. The closest you'll get to the truth from a narcissist is the things they accuse others of, or the things they accuse you of. If possible, if you can, just cut ties with them and go no contact. 7. The silent treatment. This is another form of psychological manipulation the narcissist uses against others. It's another form of emotional abuse to keep power and control over you, to avoid taking accountability for something they have done, avoid responsibility for their own actions, to maintain their dominance over you. It's used to punish you for something that you haven't even done. They believe you are beneath them and they want you to believe you're beneath them. So they want you to conform to their demands. It's used to make you beg, plead, apologise and make up to the narcissist for the things you didn't even do. The present silent treatment in the home where you're left walking on eggshells, or where they just up and disappear on you. How to disarm? Recognise it. See it for what they are doing. Don't look inwards for answers. See this as their issue, their silent treatment, that they are trying to hurt you. If they want to be silent, they are entitled to be silent, and you're allowed to leave them to it. Remember, you're not the problem. Look at what they are trying to hide from you. What are they trying to achieve in doing this? What boundary they're trying to break down within you. What do they want or need from you? And don't give in to them. Become at peace within yourself. Don't let others take you down. Remove negative people from your life. Say no to someone over something you don't like is a significant deal breaker. Because people can't handle it. Not everyone. Narcissistic people can't handle it. They will spit the dummy out. When they don't get their own way, they will spit the dummy out, and you can recognise that they are not the kind of person you want to be around. Triangulation, where they use others to get you to question your beliefs, question your boundaries, to give in to the narcissist demands, or is used to isolate you from any support network, to keep the truth hidden from us through making up lies and informing one of something another one said that the other person might not have even said, to divide and conquer, to dominate all others. They create competition between others, so people work harder to please them. They will even play their own children off against each other. Everyone else is doing it. My ex used to let me. My friend's partner lets them. Your brother, sister would. Again, making you feel guilty or feel inadequate to get you to break down your boundaries. How to disarm? First, remember that the others probably aren't doing it. The others probably haven't said it. And even if they are, or even if they did, they are not you. If they put their ex down and then say their ex would have done it for them, they have no respect for the ex and none for you. They still left the ex. You are entitled to live your life your way. With good intentions, there is no wrong way or right way to live your life exactly how you want to live it. You need 1,000,001 ways to say no to things that don't suit your beliefs, don't sit well with how it makes you feel. And once you've said no, stick with that no. You do not need to explain your no's. If they continue the conversation, you've said no. If you've explained once, you do not need to continue it. Word salad, a mixture of words and phrases that lack any meaning to the original topic. The narcissist can talk a great talk, yet they do not walk the walk. The narcissist's actions rarely match their words, most often with just how convincing they are with their lies, as their lies are their truths. They confuse those around them. Only once out of the situation do you see just how unbelievable their words, conversations and arguments truly are. A conversation with a narcissist is crazy making. They will provoke you, they will switch the topic on you, talk over you, play the victim, gaslight you, triangulate you, fall silent on you, anger and rage, especially when they don't get what they want or what they believe they are entitled to. How to disarm? The best recovery to put your reality back in place is writing down all their false promises, false lies, and then next to it, writing out the truths. 10. Intimidation. People with the narcissist personality disorder use threats against others to put fear into others, to keep them trapped and make them do as the narcissist wants them to do, simply because they believe they are entitled to do so. They cannot understand other people's points of view or empathise with others on a deep level. Some cannot empathise at all. Anyone that doesn't do as they say, they will view this as war. They will take this as mental warfare, and they will take it to the next level to get control over someone. Anyone they can not get their own needs met with, they will threaten people to take control back over them. When they get their own way, it helps raise their damaged self-esteem and it lowers yours. How to disarm: always take any threats seriously, but not to keep you trapped, to find a safe way out of the situation. And they don't change for the better. Once we take them back, they change for the worse. Invalidation: this is when your job, relationships, memories, thoughts, parenting, feelings, opinions, weight, shape. It can be about everything to do with who you are is rejected, ignored, criticised and judged by the narcissist. By putting others down, this then makes them feel superior, and when they feel superior, they feel in power and they feel in control. They want to be your puppet master, and using your empathy and your emotions against you is how they achieve this. How to disarm: what we all need to learn, as hard as it is at times, it's up to ourselves to make our worlds work for us, to raise ourselves back up, to contribute to others and contribute in positive ways, to know ourselves well enough to validate ourselves and those around us. So we have the help and support from good people to achieve what we want from life. And when the support network isn't there, we can give ourselves the get up and go. We can say no to the naysayers and those who intimidate or invalidate us. Instead, we can show them that it is possible. For a narcissist to change, they would have to raise their own level of self-awareness, face guilt, pain, insecurities, and many more. As they are unable to see faults or wrongdoings within themselves, it's highly unlikely they'll do this. Yes, they can falsely change at a moment to meet a need of their own. Again, that change is only on a surface level and not getting to the root cause. They are only ever temporarily changing to manipulate others to get their own needs met. They put people down so that you feel bad within yourself, so that they can take further control of you. So owning who you are, learning about who you are and recovering will help disarm invalidation. What other people say about you does not matter. Your intentions, your life. 12, isolation. Narcissists use false hope, then they will hurt you in some way, and then they'll withdraw any emotional support. They'll give you a ton of criticism, they'll invalidate you, followed by no emotional support, and they'll cycle around this. They will hurt you, they will withhold emotional support, and they will invalidate you, and they will give you no emotional support. And they do this and get their two faces come out to play, that when they're getting their needs met, they'll idolize you and they'll seek that attention, and when they're not getting their needs met, they'll envy you and they'll seek to destroy you. When you study narcissism, you'll notice this pattern in almost everything they do, if not everything they do. You are a hostage and you need to find a safe way out, or if you're out, you need to stay out. Why do they isolate people? It's to gain control, so they can exploit people to get their own needs met. As they lack the empathy to care for those they hurt, as they feel entitled to do as they please, they have a disorder. The narcissist personality disorder. It is who they are. You cannot change them. They often lack the cognitive reflection skills, so don't see within themselves any mistakes they've made. Instead, they just blame it on all those around them. How to disarm: reach out to those who tried to warn you. They might now be isolated from you, but they cared enough to try and warn you. Reach out to support groups, therapists, whatever you need, whatever that is right for you, whatever feels good with you. Even with therapists, make sure you choose one that you feel comfortable with. How to outsmart a narcissist: trust your instincts always. You don't need confirmation from the narcissist. Listen to your instincts. Those who are willing to discuss have nothing to hide. Those who make excuses or call you insecure are keeping you from the truth. No reaction. Reacting puts us right where they want us. Reacting gives them what they want. Retreat when you feel yourself go. Rethink and then only respond if you need to do so. And respond once, but ask yourself, do you need to respond? And wait till you're calm before you do. No, their behaviour is on them, not you. That is who they are. If they wanted to change, they would. And they do change. They change lies, they change partners, they change manipulation. Also, more often than not, the more we forgive them, they change for the worse. Their behaviour and their treatment gets worse. I shall add the links in the description of where you can find me on social media for more information, and also the courses that I do have available to give you a more detailed understanding of narcissistic abuse. I shall add the link to BetterHelp as well, who I've partnered up with because I am full for one-to-one coaching at the moment. And I'll add the videos that explain things like word salad and silent treatments and projection in a lot more detail, because if I did this is already a 30-minute long video. So if I did it in this video, it'd just go on. So I shall add links for the individual videos to explain more about how they distort our reality and take control of us without us even knowing. Today, start writing things that you enjoy doing for you. Start writing things that you would like in your future, and start looking at the simple baby steps that can get you there to where you want to be. And remember, when you're having those bad days, when you're having those moments when it feels like things aren't working out, stop and look at how far you have come and not how far you need to go. You can always see how far you've come, and stop and look at the things that you have achieved within your life to give you that boost to go again. Thank you very much for listening. Bye.